All right, Project Search interns, it's Danny Matthews. Today I'm going to be talking about criticism, specifically constructive criticism. That is the feedback you might get at work from a supervisor or a more experienced coworker. So I want to focus on how to respond when that happens. Most importantly is that you do listen when being given constructive criticism and do say thank you. When an experienced coworker or a supervisor points out an area in which you could improve your performance, listen to what they have to say and tell them thank you for your help. After all, the person providing the criticism is almost always trying to help you. So don't make the mistake of thinking that if someone's telling you you need to do something differently, that means that they are being mean or cruel or anything like that. It's almost always their intention to help you improve your work performance so that you'll do a better job and everyone around you can do better and the whole company can do better. Do learn from what you hear, even if it is not what you want to hear. You may think you're doing a fantastic job at a task. When you learn that you aren't doing it quite right, you may feel frustrated or even embarrassed. Remember that the criticism isn't about your worth as a person. It's about getting a job done right. Everyone has room for improvement in their job performance. This is very important. When someone's giving you constructive criticism, you must do your best to think about it as comments about just that, work performance. It isn't um, the case that they are judging you personally or saying something negative about your value as a person. It's simply about the work itself and the ways that it needs to be done differently. Do stay calm. There may be times when a manager or a coworker feels rushed or under pressure, and they may communicate in a manner that is blunt or insensitive. Try your best to not take it personally when that happens. Stay calm and focused on your job. So you'll see here on the left is someone who is looking pretty calm. Uh, you may not look like that on the outside, but that is definitely the way you need to um, react is with calm and a level head. On the right, you see a person who seems to kind of have, well, lost their temper, shaking fists, have an very angry expression on their face. So that's a really not the thing you need to do. Again, remember that as people uh, at work get busy doing things and trying to keep up with the tasks at hand, it can happen that they might not be thinking about what they sound like when they're talking to you. And they may be kind of, well, they may sound kind of blunt or not as careful about the way they choose their words as they may be in other situations. And really, most often, it's just that they are in a big hurry and they're not really thinking exactly about how they sound at that moment. So it's really important to focus on what's being said rather than the way it's being said. Uh, as long as the language is not personally insulting or offensive, then you need to focus on what the words themselves are. Maybe put in a way that's not as gentle, perhaps, as we might like. But again, this is just something that can happen in a workplace when things get busy or stressful. Okay, so Here are our things to do when we respond to constructive criticism, a summary for you. So we're going to listen and say thank you, learn from what you hear, and stay calm. Those are the most important things to remember when you are given constructive criticism. So when we get together soon and talk about this, we're going to practice our reactions to constructive criticism. So be ready for that. I'm going to see how well you have learned these 3 basic guidelines. All right, everybody. Talk to you soon.